Well, hello everybody. In the last video that I posted, I spoke briefly about a discharge build that does some insane damage. So what I've done is I've just quickly set it up. The main difference is that we obviously use discharge, and then instead of arc or fireball I use ice spear. The reason for this is that ice spear has a very high critical strike chance. So once you've discharged, you send all these ice spears, those hit targets, and then you get your power charges back very quickly. The other thing that you will need to get if you want to be one of those max damage kind of discharge builds is a Voll's Devotion. Now I believe that these have gone legacy, so it might be more difficult to find one. It's still brilliant. What this does is every time you use a power charge you get an endurance charge. So obviously you get an explosion with power, and then immediately followed you get your endurance charges, and generally that explosion will critical and get you more power charges. So it's kind of like an endless discharge sort of setup, especially if you have a decent crit chance. I'm just going to run through a quick dry peninsula map. It's yeah, it's not a level 78 or anything, but you'll get a good feel for how the explosions work and how well this build can actually do. So we go and pop it into the map device. Let's hop on in. Right, we're in Dry Peninsula. I've got my Herald of Ice, Grace, and Purity of Elements on. I could probably turn off the Herald, but let's just leave it on. Come on, guys. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to run into groups and one click. You can get all that just from one click. You will find a lot of people complaining about the graphics in it. It is quite a laggy build because of the amount of hits and the amount of calculations in each thing. That could be good. Yeah, so you will get a few complaints. It's not really very good for party work, but as a solo thing it is absolutely awesome. And I mean, it looks so cool. Ha! There we go. Element Reflect. That was my fault. See the amount of damage that you do. It's absolutely ridiculous. So any kind of area reflect and you get nailed. So do not use this build if you're busy leveling, if you're worried about experience. Honestly, my build is pretty much complete, that's why I haven't bothered trying to level up more. But if I decide to go for that level 100 or level 99 run, I will not use your discharge. See, there's the area reflect. I just need to kill them off.
Low on mana.
Alright, now we're good to go. I don't know why I keep picking up armor scraps. I got hundreds of these things. This is the boss. Let's go kill him quickly. Oh, wasn't that fun? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So you get a ton of explosions with this. Obviously your crit chance has to be very high for it to work quite this well. And the nice thing is that the more monsters in the room, the better. You actually do more damage when you have more guys. Because when your explosion goes off, the discharge itself can crit. And that crit will give you power charges if you're wearing the Voll's Protector. So the more the merrier, really. What's going on here? Alright. There we go. It's running low on mana. You can fix the mana issues by using Warlord's Mark or buying some of the mana on kill passives. So you see, my max endurance charges is only 3 with this build, unfortunately. My power charges is 6, I believe. So most of my damage is actually lightning. Boom, boom, boom. We once set up a popcorn party. 6 of us, all of Discharge, got together and just went exploding on that. It was, I mean, besides the lag, it was just so much fun. Because you're running down the map, you just keep hearing explosions going off, and really sound like popcorn. And we all, you know, competing with each other, who can explode the most. Here we go. Who are you? Didn't last that long.
A fighter that... Let's see how quickly you can take... Now that was a
The damage on this is really insane. It doesn't work that well in a PvP sort of environment because the barrage, you know, you kind of get stuck and miss players, and a lot of players have high grace and evasion, so it's very tricky. I can tell you that if you do land hits, they die instantly. You know, even these really tanky characters, they just get completely wiped out. If you spec this properly, you can hit over 1 million DPS on this. The entire build, okay, well, with the Voll's Devotion now being legacy, means that the value has gone up quite a lot. So it used to cost only around 4x, I'm not sure what it is now, probably like 20 or something. But you know, with that, it really gives you a whole lot of tons of extra damage. It's this little bad boy over here. If you take it off, then you need another way to get endurance charges, because endurance really does help. So you could use something like Warlord's Mark, which is basically a curse that gives you life leech and mana leech, which is really good. And then every time you kill someone, you get a 20% chance of getting an endurance charge. So it's not as good, but you will still get endurance. And on top of that, you'll be getting life leech and mana leech, which is always good to get. The other way would be to add frenzy charges as well. You could get around that using Blood Rage. For a while I was using Shark Skin Boots as well as Blood Rage, so you generally pick them up quite a lot. But the nice thing with this sort of cast and crit build is that we focus primarily on power charges. So we haven't wasted any passives running after the endurance or frenzy charges, and that lets us have 6 power charges. So even if you don't have endurance or frenzy, you're still exploding purely with power charges. And it, yeah, I think it works quite nicely. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me just run through the gear again in case you didn't watch the other video. Running with the Windripper, it's a fairly decent roll Windripper. I still need a 6-linket. Using a Rat's Nest for helmets. It needs to be a better quiver. I really still need if somebody wants to donate one with these kind of stats, except, you know, ignore cold damage and ignore the physical damage thing, I'd rather get increased chance to crit. Let me know, it'd be much appreciated. In the 6-link, with this setup, I'm running a 2020 life leech, barrage, greater multiple projectiles, discharge, cast on crit, and then ice spear. Great stuff, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions or requests, please subscribe to the video or drop a request in the comments. Bye! Hey guys and girls, StevieB here from StevieB Gaming. I just want to say thanks very much for watching the video, and I'd love to see some comments, likes and subscriptions from it. I want to give this a good shot, review lots of games, focus a lot on Path of Exile to keep people up to date with all the changes happening in the wonderful world of Raycast. To do this, I need your help. Please click the subscribe button. Every subscription gives me some motivation to keep it up and to get better. Thanks again, StevieB signing off.